am live and I'm using a new platform. So I literally am trying to see if you guys can hear me, see me. It's been a while since I've gone live and I'm really excited for today's topic, actually. If you guys are chiming in right now, there's a little bit of a delay. So just tell me where you're from. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, we're going to get started with the live soon as it takes a little time for people to jump on. Hold on one second. There's a little feedback. Okay. To jump on and actually tell me, where are you chiming in from? I'm using another software. Again, I'm using another software, so bear with me. Just want to make sure everything is working correctly on every platform. One second, guys. Hello from Chicago, Texas, Cali. I was just in California not too long ago. Hi, guys. All right, we got some people joining in. I'm so happy to see you all here. It's been about, I think a good 7 months, if I'm not mistaken, 7 months since I've done a live broadcast for you guys. And wow, is it something that I've missed doing? I haven't had the time, but I've told myself I'm going to make time this weekend to do an actual live. Hello to all of you that are chiming in. Hello from Pakistan, the UK, Germany, Lebanon, Miami. Oh, Miami's in the house. I live in Miami. John, hello. Wonderful. It's been a while. Yes, it has, Nelson. It has definitely been a while. I'm so excited to actually talk about today's topic because I know a lot of you have actually wanted to you wanted to hear me kind of dive a little bit in deeper about today's topic because I also know that there can be a lot of confusion as well to possibly how to do it the right way, why it probably doesn't work out for you, and having a better understanding around it as well. And I think it's really important for us to kind of dissect this. And if you guys are going to watch the replay, I'll stamp it below in the comment section as well below, because it's really, really important to kind of figure out what is the ways that not only can I feel safe and not feel like I'm always going to be rejected when I talk to a woman, but how can I connect? And also too, how can I have fun with connecting with a woman, right? Because a lot of times when we're dating and we're trying to find like the match or relationship or whatever we're looking for, it's not always easy, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not. But also too, there's times where we do like a woman and we can't really feel like we can connect with them through our conversations, or we get shy about it. I think that we get shy about it because of the fact that either we hinder what we're thinking because we're scared to just be outright assertive with how we want and show intent and do it the right way and really just be open with ourselves, but we diminish it. And so the question I always get from a lot of my male audience, and that's majority everybody, is, Apollonia, what is the difference between oversharing? And what is the difference between oversharing and vulnerability without coming off cross needy? So how do I have a conversation with a woman? How do I connect with a woman where she's going to like me? Because of the fact that vulnerability, as humans, we need to connect to people to feel amplified, to better our attraction, to want a person. We don't choose a person, people, not even women. A person does not choose someone because of no reason. Of course, there's reasons. You're attracted to them, you like the way they look possibly, but also you feel a certain way around them. And it goes on a deeper level of that. It's about how are you connecting with this person is really important too. And so when a woman feels like she can connect with a man, this is like game over for her, right? And for you, really, if you like the girl, because a lot of times when we're sharing vulnerability, we feel like we have to just basically tell them our deepest, darkest secrets. And that's not what vulnerability is, guys. It's not. Vulnerability And I'm going to go into it now. And if you want to go ahead and watch a replay, you'll be able to do that. It'll be on the YouTube channel too. Yes, I am live. This is a real live. So let's go into it, guys. And I've been really wanting to talk about this topic on a live, especially so I can take your questions and things like that. And make sure you stay, because I do have something that I actually want you guys to visit, as we're having something on September 12th. And I'm going to go more in depth about this and how to get the girl that you want at a live free event. It's how to get the girl you want. Okay. How to get the girl you want. I'm putting it here in the comments. And it's a free 2-hour live classroom event. And this is like if you were coming to see me and fly down. It's a whole speech event. It's a whole class event, but big speech as far as motivation, empowerment, and takeaways for you to take away for your own life, not just with women, but just in your life in general. Me, Coach Natalie, and Coach Cynthia will be live with you guys. There's thousands of people that have secured their seats already. I want you to be there. This is in celebration of our membership that we're launching. Now, in this live, and I'm going to go into today's topic, I'm going to pin it here in the comments. You can register. It's completely free at any time. I pinned it here in the comments for you guys. Now, there's tons of giveaways. We're giving away free coaching sessions. We're giving away designer wallet. We're giving away a nice iPad. And we're also giving away $2,000 makeovers each. So $1,000 makeover each, and a 2 days to spend with your coaches. Me, Natalie, and Cynthia will be with you. And it's a whole $1,000 shopping spree. A flight and hotel are included as well. If you come to this live event, you will have the opportunity to sign up for all of these free giveaways. The link is here in the chat box for you guys to go ahead and register and save your seat. It is September 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So let's go into today's topic. I will open it up to a Q&A as well. So one of the things, like I continue to say, is we're trying to distinguish, how do I become vulnerable, especially as a man? Like, how do I still own my manhood? How do I still own that security and that comfort in sharing my story? So, and not coming off as needy, which is literally the $1 million question. And this is what I help my clients with, and men, and just connecting to themselves really in general. Because if we can't connect with ourselves, what makes us think that we can connect with people and also to women, right? So oversharing versus vulnerability, neediness versus vulnerability, we may call it, right? Oversharing and neediness basically states, can you hold this for me? Because I'm lost, I'm insecure, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my story. So much stuff has happened to me. Look at what's happened to me. Oh, am I enough? This comes from a place of, I need to confirm that I'm enough to you. I need you to tell me that I'm choosable. I need you to show me that I'm choosable. So basically what you're doing in oversharing or neediness is, I'm going to hand this over to you. So can you hold my emotions for me? Because I'm lost and I don't think I'm insecure, right? Because inside of neediness is this, guys. It shares the story in too much details behind our victim behavior of what we feel ashamed of in some ways. So one of the things, and the biggest thing, and I know a lot of reasons why you guys follow me too, is I don't stop at the surface. Like, I give it to you real, right? And so when we get here to a point of neediness, then we are like, okay, well, how do I resolve this, right? And this is where I don't lie to you when I tell you, if you cannot connect with yourself, and it always starts with you first, hold yourself accountable. And if you cannot feel connected to yourself, how in the world do you feel like you're going to connect to someone else, women, and also make it enjoyable for you? Because if we can't connect to ourselves, what in the world, how is dating even enjoyable? How is our relationships even enjoyable at this point? Right? And don't worry, guys, I'm going to help you understand this a little bit more and dissect it. So with that said, a lot of times we can look at this and say, oh, but why do we need to do this? Why is it always about women? No, it actually isn't. It's about yourself. Because when we come across as needy, or we're oversharing, and we're not conscious enough to understand why vulnerability can make us attractive, then there's an issue. And the rooted issue is because when we share, it's because we're sharing at the expense of ourselves or others. So basically, when we're oversharing or we're becoming needy, what we're telling someone in our vocalization, in our story, and how we project ourselves is, I'm lost. Please hold my insecurities for me and tell me what to do with it, because I need you to confirm that I'm enough and I'm choosable, and I want you to choose me. And then you're ashamed, and the mystery dissolves and the attraction dissolves. And then you're just like, what in the world am I doing wrong? Right? But instead, what vulnerability is vulnerability shares what you have learned. Again, vulnerability shares, what have I learned? What have I taken ownership of? So when I share a story, I'm going to present the things that have happened to me possibly in the past by being vulnerable with you, but I'm going to present it in a way where you're not holding it for me because I'm not lost. I'm going to present it in a way that you can see what I have learned and see these incredible moments of my life that has come into place for me, and that I have literally expanded in this, and I have so much power because this is my story, and I have earned this, and I have learned from it, and I'm credible because of it. That is vulnerability. Oversharing stories and being not and insecure about it and saying, hold it for me, is neediness. It is oversharing. So in this, I ask you guys, and this is something Brene Brown talks about a lot about, which I love. You also have a responsibility as far as, because I'm in the man space, I'm going to say men. My men have a responsibility. And I say my men because I want you guys to get what you want out of life, get happiness in your life, and feel comfortable with owning who you are as a person. It doesn't even come down to a woman anymore, because the woman's going to come, but who is ignited within you needs to prevail in order to get that right woman, period. So with that said, your responsibility when you get here is to also have the standards to look at women and say, have they earned the right to my story? Because what we tend to do is we just want to just share and overshare, and then we step into this neediness behavior that so many of us are ashamed of having. And then we're like, how did we get here in the first place? Because the caveat on top of what I'm talking about and describing what vulnerability is we are not testing someone's character to see if they've even earned the right to the story that we would like to share with them. Are they even at the level of hearing us and what we've gone through? Can they even appreciate to go deeper and have a greater conversation with me? Right? Because here's the thing, as men, and I talk about this very openly, I feel like in our world, in our community of men, there is so much that we need to do, because men have been raised in an environment to say, diminish your feelings, diminish your emotions, and just go out there and be strong and get a girl. But yet when you diminish these emotions and feelings, then you date women that are absolutely probably not good for you, are self-destructive, disrespectful, and then you end up going down this cycle of negativity and saying all women are you know what, which isn't true. Because guess what? All men aren't, so why would women be too? It just doesn't make sense. And so lastly, with that said too, in this is the fact that in order to really get good at securing what it is that you want in a relationship, you have to secure it within yourself. And so we have to look at the reality of how we showed up and ask yourself, have I set standards for the women that I've dated? Do I even have standards for the women that I date? Or do I just follow off the stigma that's either out there, being taught out there, if she's hot, then that's all you need because now you're a man. But then yet when there's closed doors, or maybe not, she doesn't give a you know what about you and treats you like you know what, and doesn't even give you an opportunity to go deeper and feel heard or feel like you're wanted in a relationship. But yet her beauty is her monetary value. But guess what? Have you even set standards for yourself too? So this is what I say, and this is what I preach. Men need to start setting standards for the women they date, period. I mean, it's end of story. People need to start setting standards for the women they date, right? And so when we start setting standards, we have a clear direction on the type of women that we're attracting. And we just don't fall for making someone like us. We don't just go into someone, I need to do and I need to prove and I need to get this girl to like me, because so much of that subconscious training out there is actually coming from proving mentality instead of owning and holding yourself accountable. Right? And so I want you to look at ways, and this is what we're going to talk about on September 12th. We're going to really dissect a lot. And sorry, guys, I get carried away. I didn't even look at the comments. I'm going to go in here and look at them in a second. When I get into topics, I get really into it, if you can't tell. But this is what we're going to do in September 12th. We're going to really just dissect everything in regards to leveling up and getting the woman that you want, but also getting the right woman, how to have a conversation, how to master the art of flirtation, the two literally principles that I've catered and trained and tested, whatever we want to call it, on my VIP clients and my coaching clients, right? I've done this for about 2 years and tested these two traits that I'm going to reveal to you on September 12th. So I would really encourage you guys to sign up. It's here. It's linked in the comments. It's a completely free. It's a 2-hour live, and there's so much giveaways on how to get the woman you want. And it's not just me. It's all of my coaches. This is a live event. Like, we're standing up, we're partying, we're doing this. It's not like going to be like this sitting in my office. It's literally as if I was on stage, but virtual. Okay. And so what I want you, and it's nothing like you've seen before, period. And so what I want you guys to understand is that it is okay to sometimes have misguidance and to be misguided and to be redirected. Because in the misguidance and in the lessons and those mistakes, some of us may call it, is what drives you back to home of where you need to be. And that's why so many of you I know follow me. Do you know how many people they'll have a one-on-one session with me, and the first thing that they say all the time to me is, Apollonia, you just had something about you that really just showed that you cared. And when I listened to you, it didn't feel negative. It didn't feel dirty. It felt real. Like you really understood women, but you also really understand men. Guys, this is what I do every single day. And I educate myself on this stuff all the time. I coach. I still coach one-on-one because I need to be fresh. I get on calls for mental health. I do this. I get on interviews with so many people in this space, not only to get women, but to elevate as a person. And so this is what I want for you, because if we get to that point of elevation in our lives, no matter our relationship or single, we will get that idea of what we want because we're going to be better aligned ourselves. You know that saying, like, you are what you attract? I kind of believe that to some point or another. So Tammy signed up. That is amazing. I'm so happy. Tell me if you signed up here in the comments. I want to know and give you a shout out to those people that have signed up for the September 12th event. I want you guys to hold your seat. Again, we're giving away a bunch of giveaways. We are giving away $2,000 shopping sprees, so $1,000 each. And we're flying out 2 men, hotel and airfare included, and 2 days to spend with me, Coach Natalie, and Coach Cynthia for a 2-day retreat and full makeover, guys. That's one giveaway we're doing. Another giveaway we're doing is every coach is giving away a free session. Another giveaway we're doing is a free iPad, and also a designer wallet for you men, just to get some style in your pocket. But that is a part of, just you coming here, because we also want to give back as well. So Tom signed up, Robert signed up, Nelson, you did days ago. I appreciate you, Nelson. Nelson V, thank you. George, Justin, I signed up Apollonia for the live event September 12th. Cameron, I love that name, by the way, Cameron. It's one of my favorite names. Yes, awesome, guys. So questions, please go ahead and ask me some questions about today's topic while others join our live event. Sign up for our live event. If you have not signed up for the live event, it is on top of the chat box right over there. You can just click that link right there. You can follow me on Instagram. It's in my stories as well, Apollonia_Ponti, my last name, and you can find that as well. So, a lot of times too is, and I think I need to elaborate a little bit on the thing that Brene Brown talks about is, have you earned the right to my story? Guys, I really want you to think about that. Okay. Because a lot of us get into these toxic relationships, and there's a part that we have to play, an accountability that we have to play if we continue to get into these toxic relationships, or sometimes go back to them. Okay. Doesn't mean you're a bad person, but there's something there that's that needs to be taught for you. And basically we're not learning from it. So it continues to reappear. And so you, as humans, as all of us, we have a responsibility to play to earn that right. So I want you, and I say an example all the time. Think of everybody here. Think of your best friend. Say your best friend's name out loud in your head or out loud, doesn't matter. Okay. Now, when you think of that person, your best friend, probably knows some secrets or deep, dark secrets or whatever we might call vulnerability about you, or stuff that has hurt you from the past, or probably been through it with you, right? So I want you to think of those things possibly that best friend knows, right? All right, great. Now that you've thought about that, I want you to think about, how long did it take you to tell them that? Did you, let's say Cameron's best friend, his name's Ben. Ben wasn't his best friend on the first day that they met, right? It took time to get to know who Ben was, right? So the same thing needs to happen in your relationships, because as you progress in relationships, not only romantic relationships, this is your assessment process of this person to see if you can trust them, to see if they align with you. And that takes time for them to see how they show up. What are their conversations like? Do they really stick to their word? When you're in a state of need, do they come to you without selfishness, right? Do they really help you at the time that they have nothing to benefit from you as well? So here's the caveat to it, is the same thing needs to happen in our romantic relationships with women, right? We don't need to stand here and put a wall up and challenge her, but we need to slowly progress. And that's why I say pacing is the root of attraction, right? That's my motto. I need to trademark it. Pacing is the root of attraction, because within pace, we get to really sign up for the reality. I mean, we get to see the reality of this person instead of getting lost in the fantasy. And so when we understand the reality, we will have a better idea if this person has earned the right to my story, to your story, to share that vulnerability and what I discussed in opening, and how to do it and why we don't do it the right way, right? So that is so vital. That is so vital, guys. Like, it is so, so, so important. And sometimes we need to get better, and we need to be more present with us internally before we can even get there. And that's okay too. Well, we got a lot of signups. Awesome. Arshad says, Natalie and Cynthia, please join you two. You're missing. Yes, Natalie and Cynthia will be on the live. My other coaches, which are lovely coaches, I love them so much. They will be on the live on September 12th for the live class party giveaway event for 2 hours long. This is literally like, you want to invite your friends, you want to have a pen and paper out. Like, we are going in September 12th. So September 12th, and it's going to be live giveaways as well. Thank you, Paul, so, so much. If you guys have questions, I'm going to be on for the next couple of minutes to take them. I love doing lives. I really, really, really missed doing these lives. T. Colombo says, I've been flirting with a woman cashier for over 3 months. When to take the next steps? Well, why haven't you taken the next steps, Colombo? That's really the question. It's not about when, it's about why. Why haven't you done it, right? So this is what we're going to talk about. This is actually in the September 12th event, about the 2 traits and that I tested with my VIP clients first for the past couple months before actually going live with this, is basically the art of flirting and seduction, how it starts, because a lot of us get flatlined and we don't escalate to the next level. And we're like, well, how do I do it next? And this is what I talk about. So my question to you is, why haven't you, right? You can do it as far as if you've been flirting out with a cashier, for the past 3 months, maybe, I don't know if she has a boyfriend. Did you ask her, hey, so what do you usually do on the weekends? Tell me about what do you usually do on the weekends? And you know what she does. Yeah, you come back next week, and now she's like, oh, in the weekends, I like to go hiking. Let's just say she says, okay, great. And she go on your merry way. The next week, you'd be like, how about we go hiking together? Boom. You took things to the next steps. You're welcome. All right. Let's go into a next question. Oh, you're so welcome, Cameron. George, I'm getting your messages. Let me see here. Maybe you had a question. Let me try to find your question, George. Oh, I like this one. Nelson, that's my problem. I tend to think that relationships will flourish in 2 months or 6 months, and that's not the case. I definitely think by 2 months, especially if you guys are actively dating and she's showing up, you guys should know what the reason of you guys are dating for, right? I had mock dates with my algorithm of attraction members 2 weeks ago, and you can actually get to know what a woman wants within the first date without actually directly asking her. You can ask her, like, where does she see herself in the next 5 years? Like, what is she looking for? You can also ask her what she's looking for, right? And inside of that, you're going to know, right? There's nothing wrong with understanding what the person's intent is for being on the date with you. And especially if you're looking online or you're dating online and then you go on a date, typically you're already going to know that the person is either looking for a good time or looking for a relationship from online dating. So clarity is important, but also being open enough and owning it and talking about it is really important. Sometimes a lot of men are very ashamed of saying like they're looking for a relationship, which doesn't need to be, because you need to own it. This is part of the vulnerability factor of how I opened up this conversation and this call about, this live about, is there's a difference between neediness and vulnerability. Vulnerability is sharing what you've learned and owning it. It is power. It is expansion. It is, this is my story. These are the incredible moments that I've made in my life become so incredible, even if it was a story that was sad. This is what's the transformation that I have to share. This is transformative, and this is why I became who I am. And you own it with integrity. And you can sit here and say, listen, like, I've definitely had my great share of times and I've had some fun, but I'm definitely looking for something long-term because I'm ready to settle down. And that's why I'm actively dating, and that's why I'm dating, and we'll see where everything goes. And hopefully maybe you'll be the right woman, like just having fun and playing with it. Right. And let me see if you're the lucky woman. Right. And just being fun and having fun with that. Right. That is so, so, so important, guys. We got all coming in hot. We got a lot of questions. Should I date multiple? Oh, this is a good question. Should I date multiple women at once until I find someone I'm super compatible with? See, there's people will tell you no, and people will tell you yes. I'm a big believer in doing what you would like to do as long as you're honest. I don't see anything wrong with men dating multiple women, because women date multiple men as well, right? If this is okay with you and you can do this, then do it. As long as you're honest, and you're not like, oh, to a woman that really likes you, yeah, I really love you, I really do like you, but you're like, no, I really don't see a long-term result with her, right? You got to be honest and be like, yeah, listen, I love dating you and I love having fun with you, but I'm not looking for something serious with you at the moment, right? As long as you're honest, do it. Because the more you date, the more you put yourself out there, the more also too you're going to learn, the closer you are to getting what you probably want as well. And this is the time for you to learn too. Like I say, dating they bring us lessons. We see parts of ourselves in that. Any tips on trying to know someone online? Yes, I have a online dating results manual, but I think guys, I think it's really important for us to talk about something in regards to online dating. Number one is never give money online dating. That's number one. Never give money to someone, because there are a lot of scams out there. So no gift cards, nothing. And always, if you are trying to date someone out of the country, you should see them via FaceTime, no matter what. Secondly to that, now pictures. You should actually have 3 to 4 good pictures, right? A lot of times when we do our online dating profile analysis, and if you're interested in having Coach Cynthia help you with your online dating and revamping your profile, go to apolloniaponti.com, press coaching. All the way on the bottom of my website is the online dating profile analysis. We will help you do your bio, conversation analysis, and also fix your photos, or tell you to take new ones. You need to have 3 or 4 good photos, not of you in a bathroom, shirtless, with a group of friends, like really good photos that are taken really well of you. I have a lot of my clients that actually look better in person than they do in their photos, because men don't really sit here and be like, oh, let me take a photo, right? Just more women usually do that. And then having a bio that's intriguing and a lot of humor. Women online want to have fun too. And so when they see something that can be humorous in your bio, they look at this as fun. So the likelihood for them to respond to you will be probably a little bit higher as well. And also too, we can't put a lot of faith into online dating. And I mean, a lot of expectations on online dating, because if we expect too much, we're going to definitely be let down, because a lot of people online sometimes don't even look at the app for so long, or they're just on the app and they're busy, right? So you can't look at online dating as every woman I'm going to talk to, they should be responding. No, like 1 out of maybe 8 women will respond, to be honest, because there's a lot of reasons for it. And I have a whole video about that. I'm not even going to get into it. So with that said, let's go into some more. Arshan, AP, bring your husband together here. I will one day. They're actually, we're working on something. I have a big surprise from coming to you guys probably in 2022, the beginning of 2022, which is very soon, guys. So we're working on something that's actually huge. Can I give away a cue? Let's just say there's talks about being on a huge network. That's all I can say. All right. So with that said, let's do it some more, guys. Oh, Matt, this is an amazing question. How do you know when to fully end a marriage? Okay. I'm going to be honest with you, Matt. There's stages that you'll go through. Sometimes knowing when to fully end a marriage is very confusing, because in the beginning, there's no right answer for that. Sometimes you won't know in the beginning, right? You probably have to go through counseling or trying to heal, trying to repair. Once you've gone through that stage, then there's that grief element that will set in, because the anger is first, and then the grief element sets in. And typically the anger will happen when you do the counseling or trying to work things out, and the grief will come in. Once you're in the grief stage of marriage, what will typically happen to you is, a lot of sadness, a lot of doubt, a lot of contradictions, a lot of, am I doing the right thing? Especially if it's children that are involved, there's a lot of that. So I want you to also pace yourself through this if this is something you're going through, especially through the grieving process. And then there comes a time, which I call it it's the factual time, right? Where we have to be present with our own happiness. So I think if the other person on the other end of the stick is not willing to grow, and you are, but you have to also be willing to grow as well, and heal or adjust, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not heal, but come together. It starts with the C. It's on my tongue. I always do this. But really come together and compromise. Excuse me. Thank goodness. And compromise together in the marriage. Then this is where I always tell clients to, if you're thinking about ending the marriage, meeting with someone and talking about how you should and why you should end this marriage. And you will have that feeling in your gut saying, today is the time. Okay. There's no rush though, right? The biggest mistakes happen when you're rushing. Okay. There's no time constraint. This is just all about you and what you need. Okay. That's so, so important. And show him some support. We've been waiting to talk it over and separate it for 5 months. Oh, Matt, it's still new. So take your time. I think you guys are at the grieving stage that I talked about. So the grieving stage is where you're going to see if you can meet in the middle, compromise. I would say hire a marriage counselor so you can discuss these things openly and readjust sometimes. Sometimes there's plenty of times my clients resolve their marriages. There's plenty of times you can too. And there's something that probably needs to be fixed within both of you to ignite that attraction again and bring to the relationship. Oh, you're funny, Sethy. Let's see more questions. Video calls with pictures. I don't know what that means. Let's see. How do you know? Oh, wow, this is a good question. How do you know a relationship will last? Ooh, you will never know. Just like we never know when we're really, sorry to be morbid, guys, but we don't know when we're going to pass, right? Life is literally about getting comfortable with the unknown, right? I have faith that my marriage will be forever, but do I know that it will? No. So I just have to live and present in every moment and do what's right for me and him and my marriage and my family and everything, right? And I have to make sure that I'm living intentionally on purpose and showing up every day and making a decision not only to show up for me first, but also my marriage, right? And so you have faith in that other person by lifting each other up, being, being a result, being an example of that, open communication, showing character, and so much more. So it's about being comfortable with the unknown. Life is really, and I talk openly about this a lot, life is about trying to be, it's not that you're always going to be, we're human. We're not going to be comfortable with the unknown all the time, but it's really about understanding that there's times where we have to have faith and be comfortable with that unknown process. But you will feel content when you feel safe. You will feel more secure in a relationship and know that this can be forever when you feel safe, when you feel heard, when you feel connected, right? Where it's a place of flow. There's no riffraff, there's no back and forth, there's no name calling, it's just a place of safeness. Your relationship should be your safe house for both men and women, period. And if you don't have that, you need to work on that as well. And this is what we teach as coaching as well. Guys, if you haven't signed up for September 12th launch on how to get the woman that you want, I would encourage you to do so. It is here on the top of the comment box here. Register. It's completely free. September 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern time, guys. September 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the reason why you need to be here is not only because of the fact that we're giving away free giveaways and a lot of stuff and shopping spree. We're giving away $2,000 shopping sprees, spending flight and airfare included. Hotel and airfare included, and 2 days with me, Natalie, and Cynthia. And we're doing a whole revamp from the inside out as well. And then we're giving away coaching sessions. We're giving away a free iPad. We're giving away a designer wallet and so much more, guys. This is a big live 2-hour event. Be prepared. This is completely free. We are not charging you for this. This is like a whole program, but better, right? And it's going to be where a community of you guys will be together and be able to do this. So I really cannot wait to see you guys there on September 12th because it is going to be amazing. Now, with that said, guys, I'm going to also remind you that on September 12th, it will be live. It'll be on a Zoom call. It's not going to be anywhere, not posted anywhere else. It will not be on YouTube. It's not going to be anywhere. It is going to be in a big setting, but more intimate setting where I can see if I would like to, if you would like to turn on your camera, I can see your faces, I can talk to you, and you can have that experience with me just as much as if you would have it if you're coming to see me at a live event. So that is what we are aiming for on September 12th, and we've been working really, really hard for you guys on this. So please make sure that you click this button in the chat box to enroll, guys. All right. I hope everybody, you're so welcome, Kyle. Thank you so much. Have a blessed Sunday, everyone. Thanks for being tremendous inspiration, Apollonia. You are so welcome. And I only hope that I'm an inspiration to a lot of you. I have to share 2 stories, though. I did go to LA for business and to see my sister for a little bit for her birthday, before her birthday. And I had 2 guys approach me in a restaurant. I was at one at Catch and another restaurant. And one of the guys approached me and just told me, Apollonia, I came to you because I was in the midst of a breakup. But after watching your videos, you helped me through the breakup. And I noticed that woman wasn't the one for me. But after watching your videos, I also transitioned as a man into my life. It did more for me than just relationships. Your videos did more for me in my life, to be happier, to becoming a better person, to feel content, to understand so much more that I didn't before. So I only hope that I've done that for a lot of you, and I continue to do that. And that's why I'm hosting this live on September 12th, because not only do I want to help you better attraction women and relationships, but just in general for your personal development and your personal reasons as well. And I think that it's so, so important for everybody, man and woman. And I think that we've really blossomed and made an amazing community of men here. And I just want to continue to keep it going. I have so much support from you guys all the time. You guys always look out for me. My community of the guys, especially the guys that have been with me from day one. I know who you guys are. I really, really, really appreciate you. Sometimes this work can be really, really hard because it's only one of me and it's getting so many of you that sometimes I lay up at night thinking, how in the world can one can I contribute to so many people? How can I get better at extending my message? How can I get better at personalizing and hand holding? Because I know one-on-ones are effective. So I know that I'm going on a rant here, guys, but the end of the story is I appreciate every single one of you. I want you guys to be able to be here with me. I want you guys to be here as well with me, as well as on the live on September 12th. I want you guys to be there. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Get your notepad, get your pen, get your paper. I want you guys to be able to learn and take away so much stuff. We're going to be talking about how to get the woman that you want, the art of attraction, how to flirt in the right way. Okay. Last question here. How do I get a woman attention response through a DM? Now, I will be honest with you. You're not always going to get a woman's attention response. The number one thing that I hear from women all the time, Austin, is if you are DMing a woman on Instagram and your profile is on private, good luck. If she's not friends with you, good luck. If you're DMing a woman on Instagram, your profile should not be on private. That's number one. Number two is don't always expect for a woman to reply, but I would encourage you to just start off by saying something about her profile and asking her a question, or simple, hey, your profile was intriguing. How's it going? My name is Austin, right? And just starting it from there. Sometimes less is more, guys. Sometimes in these, we put too much thought into like the perfect line to say. Those are the two ways that I would reach out to a woman. But the number one thing is making sure that you're not on private, because women want to see your photos. She wants to see if she's somewhat attracted to you. She wants to see a part of your life. So if you're DMing her and your profile's on private and she can only see that little profile photo, it doesn't really go over well, because that little profile photo we can't even see. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Women need to be more submissive. So I think there's a negative connotation around submissive, because submissive is like, yes, sir. I don't want you to think of it like that. I talk about women stepping into their femininity, right? Arlindo, I think there's a truth behind this for sure. There's a lot of women that also could lead in their masculine, especially if they're very, well off in their careers, and then they have that, or they've been really hurt, so they have a big wall up. But I also think that this is something a man can do, is if a man learns how to seduce and be present with himself in the right way and have great conversations with a woman, he can 1000% lead her into her femininity, where she now becomes more in her feminine, where she can be quote unquote submissive to you. And submissive does not mean I supply and demand whatever you demand to me, right? Like your needs. Submissive just means playful, fun, loving, touchy-feely, girly, right? That's what submissive I know means to you. I only hope. So with that said, when you can really, and this is what we're teaching in this September 12th event, click the link in the chat box if you want to sign up. It's completely free. This is where a man can walk her through that the right way and get her to step in more into her feminine. So typically two things happen. Either one, you're not doing that, or two, you're just dating women that don't want to be with a man, or don't like men, or very aggressive and have been reacting from their own trauma, right? Which can happen, but doesn't mean that that woman's always going to be like that. There's going to be where a man will lead and actually say, listen, like, I don't like that. I don't really agree with the way that you're talking about men. I don't really agree with the way that you're talking about your past relationships. You know, that my concern is that you're probably not over that relationship. And I'm looking for a woman that is kind of, you know, knows her purpose. And I'm not saying that I want you to be fully healed, but I also want you to I want a woman to take accountability just as much as I have in my past too, right? And really just having those real freaking accountable conversations when those times need to be held, instead of just saying like, oh, she's cute and all right, maybe she's damaged, but the sex is good, so I'm just going to stick around with her. Like, no, where's your standards? No. And this is how we get into bad relationships. And this is how we get into this whirlwind of emotions that's, oh, all women are damaged, all women are blah, blah, blah. No, there's a decision that you're making to think that way. Period. Right? Same with me. I could, as a woman, say all men are, you know what, right? I never would choose to say that, because it's not true. It's not true. So your reality will always show you what you believe. So if you believe that there's no good women out there, you will attract no good women. And T. Colombo, no, the event is not on YouTube September 12th. It is in a private community where it's live. I can see your faces if you would like, or I can talk, interact with you. It is on a platform. That's why you have to enroll. Click that link here, guys, as well. All right. This was a great live. You guys were amazing in the comments. Thank you so much for being here with me. I can't wait to see all of you at September 12th. I really appreciate you for letting me enter your homes or your job, or maybe you're out shopping or on the beach, outside taking a walk or on a hike, or watching this with your friends at a bar. I don't even care. Thank you for letting me enter your space and sharing this time with you. I appreciate you, all of you. I appreciate you so much. I just want to say before I jump away, and this is for every single one of you that are watching, every single one of you, Matt, Nelson, Justin, Tom, Kassar, Delano, every one of you that are watching, you are here for a reason. And you, my friend, I just want to personally thank for you just having faith in what I do, being with me, and also having faith in yourself to get better in general, because you are better. It's just about always improving, because as humans, that's all we do. All we do is we just continue to blossom and need to improve in every stage of our life. So have a great day, every single one of you. I love every single one of you. And remember, you are always loved. I'll see you September 12th at our live event. And I really hope one of you guys on this live today will win that shopping spree, that $1,000 shopping spree, flight, airfare, and 2 days with all 3 coaches. It is a whole transformational 2 days for you. I hope one of you guys win that. Until then, you won't be able to register until you sign up for the September 12th event at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys there, September 12th. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.